Well, it's Friday, the 30th of June, where we raced in Gqeberha, and we were carded to race on the turf, of course, with all the rain that we've had all around the country, most of it in the Western Cape. We've had our fair share in KZN. And, of course, Port Elizabeth, they've had to change the race meeting to the poly track. There are a lot of card scratchings. I'll give you the ones that we have at the time of recording. But Grant, you're the man in that neck of the woods. How's the weather been there?
Deez, it really has been very, very bad. I feel sorry for these trainers. They're not getting the work in that they should be getting in, and the conditions are just very, very bad. It's actually, we've had a decent day today, and it looks like it's going to clear up from now on in. But it's really, really wet at that Fairview. It's unbelievably wet, in fact, and I feel sorry for those trainers.
Yeah, Grant mentioning we've got some sunshine. Of course, this show being recorded a day earlier. Grant, try and help us through the race meeting. We'll begin in race number 1, bar pot 1235, 1600 meters. At the time of recording, numbers 4, 9 are scratchings here. Those are the numbers that are out. We're now on the poly track, as you know, so you'll have to do a rethink with your selections. The goalposts have moved. Horses in single figures here, Grant, number 1 at 8-1, number 5 at 4-1. Then we go on to 8 at 15-10, 10 at 7-1, and 11 at 7-1. 10-1 and better the balance. Could it be a flying start for Fourie and Crieff with horse number 8?
Yeah, 100%. Also, D's in this race, the 10 has also recently come out, Royal Statesman. But I do think Regazo Grande is the improver. He ran against older horses, only got beaten 1.75 running on. Back against the 2-year-olds, good draw for Crieff in wonderful form. They've hit the front now in the championship in PE. And I think his only danger is a horse called Lord Mallory. He ran a very nice race first time out, beaten 5 lengths by Winchester Fighter. And he's definitely going to improve over the 1600 meters. But I think Crieff and them will have the winner of the first. The bipod, you only need the 5 and the 8. Bigger players can go a touch wider, maybe the 11 and 13. But 5 and 8 should get you through. And I think Crieff will start it off with Regazo Grande.
Well, it is a race to the line. I think Grant has brought up a very important one there. If you're going to follow 2 stables over the last month, they're going to be fighting this championship out. It is Smith and Crieff. Race number 2, juvenile plate over 1200 meters. Grant, the scratchings that I have at the time of recording are numbers 5, 7, and 11. So we'll only have 8 runners go to post. Number 1, 17-10. Number 3, 17-10. Number 4, 5-1. And number 6, 4-1. Both these horses now, Vision of Wonder and Fairy Night. I don't know how you split them, Grant. The fixed odds betting market can't. They're both at 17-10.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. You know, they both had 2 run each on poly, and they both didn't fare very well. I must also say the 8-horse back from more has also been scratched, so that's out. I've actually gone for the horse number 6, the Winter Lake, which his first run on poly wasn't that bad. He ran 2.6 lengths off a very, very good filly, Luna Halo, in the Dahlia plate. And I think that's the right kind of a form with Muzi up. Muzi's riding really, really well in Port Elizabeth. So I'm actually going to take the Winter Lake to win this one, D's, to beat the 1 and then the 3. Purely because the 1 and the 3 both have had runs on the poly, and they really didn't feel they were actually awkward on the turn, and the poly track seemed to hinder them a little bit more, mostly on the turn. Maybe they've had a bit more experience now, but on their last runs, I think they're going to battle to run in front of the Winter Lake. I think he's an improving colt, and big runner in this race. So I've gone 6 from 1 and 3. The bipod, you need 6, 1 and 3 just in case, and that should get you through these.
Well, that's why we got you on the show, Grant. The man that is not shy to go against the grain, and he's picked out a 4-1 shot here, number 6, the Winter Lake, to take on the 2 fancied runners, 1 and 3. I think that could be a wonderful start if that arrives at 4-1. Race number 3, maiden plate, 2400 meters. Time of recording, Grant, this is what I have. Number 6 is a scratching. It's the only scratching that I have. I'm just having a look at the updated scratching. Yep, that is it. So 9 runners go to post. It's all about stamina on this poly track. And there is a form update here for a horse, number 9. I see finished 4 lengths behind Race Nante last time out. That was 4 lengths behind. Yep, that is the form update. And horse number 7 was in the same race, ran second. So, will we see number 7 for me again, back racing on Friday? Not too soon?
The 7 and the 9, they're probably going to run. This race is already scratched up with the favourite coming out, the 6 horse here. But I think the winner will come in the shape of the 1. He's an improving 3-year-old, twice over out of a Jalad mare, looking for this kind of a trip. He stepped him up to the trip last time out against older horses and got beaten a length and a half. That's good enough. Louis is in incredible form. Sharon Costin doing wonderfully well. So I think Pianite will get you through. And then you're also going to need Jack Ryan. The bipod, you need to go a little bit wider because we don't know what the scratchings are going to do. I've actually gone 1, 7, 8, and 9, and we're going to have to add in the 2 to that. But obviously, punters need to have a look at those Friday morning scratchings to see where we are. But I think the winner will come from the 1 or the 2.
Yeah, just with regards to number 7 and 9, with that form update that I gave you, we'll see if they run. But I like some confidence coming through from here. Pianant number 1, 17-10 at the time of recording. That could possibly be the right horse in the race if Grant is on the mark now that this field may even cut up further. Race number 4, maiden plate over 1,400 meters. Number 1 is out. Number 2, Mohandas, 17-10. 3, 7-1. 4, 7-1. Then we got the 2-year-old at 13-10. Grant, it's a simple question for me. Are you with the older horse or the younger horse? Because it looks like a 2-horse race between 2 and 9.
D's, I was originally against with the older horse, and then I've decided to go the other route with Bridgerton. He was very unlucky last time out. The only question mark with Bridgerton, second run after a layoff. He does play up, it depends. That's why José's got on him very well with him. So he's probably the right horse. Mohandas, peak run. He's had 2 starts in P. He got beaten both times, but a better run last time out behind Settle the Dust. I'm only concerned about that coughing post-race. When they start coughing, it's always a red flag for me. So I've gone Bridgerton to beat him, Mohandas, fill up the minors with the 3 and the 4, great ecstasy and opening ceremony. The bipod to 2 and 9 will get you through. The pick 6, I might have to add in the 3 and 4, but 2 and 9, bipod 2 and 9, place accumulator should be good enough.
You're looking for cover 3 and 4 with those 2 fancied horses. Race number 5 is a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,400 meters. Now, this has become very interesting, Grant, because I thought Speed Machine looked an absolute good thing in the race, and the best weighted column would have, told you that. But now they've got number 2, Inherit the Rain, at 2-1, 3 at 5-1, 4 at 5-1, 7 at 11-2, 10 at 7-1. That's my value in the race. And then it's 10-1 and better the balance. But with the scratching of number 1, Speed Machine, does this leave the door open for a horse like Inherit the Rain, or it's more competitive?
Yeah, D's, the most important factor here is this 1,400 has now become a 1,300.
Okay.
1,400 you can get away with it. Now come back in 100 yards. It's closer to the sprinting type horses, and that's where Inherit the Rain has definitely got an advantage. There's no doubt in my mind. I've also gone for Naval Secret. Doesn't know how to run a bad race over the course and distance. His stable companion, Green Light to Heaven, will be in the money, and so too. Number 4, which is Safe Return. This horse, Castletown, smart horse for the yard. They really do like him. Unfortunately, now being back another 100 yards, he's probably going to need a touch further. Probably a better miler than 1,400 meter horse. And now 13 is going to really put him under pressure. So in the bipod, I've gone 2, 3, and 10. But you also need to add in the pick 6 the likes of Safe Return and Celtilus.
2, 3, and 10, going for cover against a horse like Inherit the Rain in race number 5, and some nice roughies that he's picked out there, one of them being horse number 8, Celtilus. It's not often, Grant, that, I open up a race card or any race that, without even having a look at the field, I just have a look at a horse and I just only concentrate on one horse. Well, this race is one of them where I've only concentrated on 2 horses. I think the balance of the field are running for 3rd and 4th here. It's over 1,000 meters. It's a pinnacle stakes. 1 cliff top, 9 to 10. 2 cruise control at 2 to 1. And it's number 3. That's the only other horse in single figures at 8 to 1. Yeah, these two horses, it's a clash between the two. Are you in the camp of Greef or Smith?
Without a doubt, Griff, no doubt, purely because of the poly. Cruise control, I'm not sure that he's run on the poly. I'm looking at his formula. I don't see any poly runs. So there's a good possibility that he might even come out of the race with moving over to the poly surface. We'll have to wait and see. But as I say, even if he does run, I'm very firm on Clifftop. Smart horse, smart sprinter, probably without doubt to be the best sprinter in Port Elizabeth, running off 116. Very hard horse to beat. Banker in all bets, and if he gets beaten, we're going to get beaten. If I had to back up with any other horse in the race, it will definitely be number 8, Liddell's Echo, the 3-year-old, really showing very good form over the course and distance. Unfortunately, drawn out at 10, and that's going to be against him. But very hard to beat the 1 Clifftop.
Well, he brings up a very good point, Grant, saying that cruise control, and it's clear to see all 10 of his runs have all been on the turf. Whether he runs or not, we'll have to wait for the final declarations come Friday morning with number 2. Big on number 1, Clifftop. I like the confidence. We know the horse is in the red, but we're looking for that green light, and you've certainly given it to us there, Grant. Thank you for that. Race 7, East Cape Breeder Stakes, listed race over 1,200 meters. This is of course, we know all Snates runners are out. So number 1, Quintus Light is out. This is the way they're betting. Number 2, Pedra, 18 to 10. 3 at 5 to 1. 5 at 5 to 2. 7 at 7 to 1. And then 11 at 7 to 1. The other scratching being number 12. So 2 runners out here. What you make of this? I mean, Pedra, this filly, wow. Last time out, I must say, I was super impressed the way she won.
Yeah, very impressed. Very good filly. Very hard to beat. Either surface doesn't make a difference. 1,200, only question mark. The only question mark is a 1,200, but the course is going to be running very, very quick. It's had a heap of rain on it, so it's bound tight, so they're going to skip along the top. Ecoria's coming back from a break. She might have to just need a run. They couldn't do the work that they needed to do. Redberry will be there, but Pedro for me D's without a doubt. I can't see any of the bottom weights getting into this race. I'll be very honest with you. I've gone 2, 5, 3, and 6, but I think pick 6. Those 4 horses will get you through the place accumulator. I'm banking Pedro. I can't see it run out of the first 3. 2,
5, 3, and 6 strong on Pedra. There's some confidence coming through from Grant here with a few runners. I'm liking the card. Race number 8, 1,600 meters, merit rated 78 handicap. At the time of recording, the 1 scratching, number 10. The betting, 2, 7 to 1, 4, 8 to 1, 5, 8 to 1. 6 is at 4 to 1. 9 is at 14 to 10, Grant. Could this be another one for this combination, the deadly combination, the champion jockey elect in Richard Fourie and Greef?
Yeah, correct. Listen, he's done absolutely nothing wrong, and he's won well from shocking draws. You have a look at his last 4 draws, 11 out of 13, 16 out of 16, 12 out of 15, and 12 out of 14. And he's run 3rd, 1st, 2nd, 1st. So if you're worried about a draw, I wouldn't let that bother you. He's an up-and-coming 3-year-old, a really, really smart horse. Loves the poly surface. I'm going with Bournemouth. El Romiachi will chase him home. There's no doubt he's as honest as the day's long. And then we get to horses like the 3 and the 4. Then in focus, the 3-year-old. And my value on the day, Atkinson Grimshaw. Now back to the mile where he does his best. He ran 4 lengths Cherry Anu and 2.5 lengths Quasimodo. And those 2 runs from a good draw and Louis up will definitely see him in the money. The pick 6, you can go 4 horses. 3, 4, 8, and 9. Place accumulator, I think you can get away with the 9 as well as the 3, and you'll be safe. These.
Well, it is another day where it could be Smith versus Greef for this championship. There's other 2 stables to follow. Grant has given us a lot of confidence in the respective races. Grant, you're firmly part of the Gallop TV team. It is the biggest race day on the South African racing calendar. We're in for an absolute blast on Saturday. And you would have had a look at the main event, the greatest race on the continent. Your top choice and maybe your top 3 for your followers?
I Undoubtedly, Winchester Mansion. I think he's had an absolutely brilliant prep. His last win was very impressive, and he could have done it a lot easier than he actually did. See It Again will be there. And of the older horses, I really picked the older horse, Do It Again. I was very, very impressed with how he galloped and the way he's moving, and he seems to grow another leg when he gets to Durban. So, yeah, Winchester Mansion, See It Again, and Do It Again for me, Dees.
Well, it's a mix of old and young with Grant's selections there. Winchester Mansion, See It Again, Do It Again. He's top 3 in this year's Hollywoodbets Durban July. Thank you, Grant. All the best this Friday. And from the entire team at Gallop TV, well, I hope it turns out to be a wonderful day for you, and hopefully you can bank some cash to invest on Saturday. From myself, Dees Diner, until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gashle.